NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back home, it's the first carry for the former Georgia Bulldog, Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. The play fake to Gurley, now gone. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And some space here. Touchdown, Falcons! Ronald Jones, 52 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That one, 28 yards on the ground from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, here's Gone. Flushed out right. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
Hey, lift!
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And this one will be brought back to the 22. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd and 10. Goff again. Escaping the pressure right. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
So out come the Falcons now. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
After the interception, here's Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Goff now looking to throw. Steps it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Grady Jarrett. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Brady. Going up top. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And his kick is right through. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On 2nd and 10, Goff finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Super.
On 1st down, Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Klein. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st down, it's Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive. Just
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Out of the gun, Goff, eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. In for the score. And the Rams are now just a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. Now it's gone. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They go play action here on 1st down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Brady now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
To throw, it's Brady. Flushed out right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
To throw on third down. Brady escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
DC.
Third and long. It's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts. Understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He's going to get it running right. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively. And now they've earned the right to rush the passer on third down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
He'll go for it. It's Brady. Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The give to Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Now let's go.
To throw is Brady. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. On 1st and 10, Goff. They'll roll him out right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley. And it's 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this time.
And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Again, Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Detroit!
The give is to Jones. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Falcons on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Patrick. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Gone!
Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to wind up and air it out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing again. Brady. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Samson Abukum in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Gone!
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Brady now on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Detroit! Detroit!
On the counter, here's Jones. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From midfield, here's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. There's Gone. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Hey, lift! Lift! Lift!
Here we go. It's Garland. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Brady. Forced out to his left. And Jones has it over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Now Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Brady now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Goff again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Deion Jones. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. From the gun on third down, Goff going for the deep ball. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, I'd have to say in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator?
No doubt about it. All you're trying to do is get the 2 yards necessary for a first down. Then you look up, you got a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot more than that. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Here's Goff. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, here's Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. And my goodness, another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll go again to Jones. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
He has several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Brady going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Brady. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he's got some space here. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Goff. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come.
He's got him in, complete. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 41 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Again, it's Jones. And room there to work it inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Brady. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Gun!
From the gun, it's Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now. Whoosh.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now Brady. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 30 yards there. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Room here to run. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. He's at the 30. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big run there by Gurley. 76 yards. On 1st down, it's gone. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and with the reception
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, it's Brady. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on fourth down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Motion. Gun.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw is gone. Now a desperation. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Patriot!
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tack McKinley in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game.